We will be back in a few minutes with Reginald Ballard, who is known from the Big Bernie Mac Show and Martin.
Ricochet's off.
What were you watching? Anything good?
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
Good. Anything good on the tube there today?
Oh yeah, man. Everything good, man. I'm up here watching the golf, man.
Okay. You would appreciate the piece I have on my wall in the office. It's a pin flag from Tiger Woods signed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's one
that's
of
cool.
and it's one of 10 pin flags from when he tied the Sam Snead's record.
Oh really?
Yeah. I'll send you some.
Dope, man.
I'll send you some images of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I
No
figured
doubt.
since you were watching a game, you'd get a kick out of it. So
Yeah, I would.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, as we are dealing with a nice day, not only for golf and that kind of chat, we are joined by Mr. Reginald Ballard. Most people know him from his appearances in Martin and on what I'm having a brain fart. The Bernie Mac Shack. Yeah, thank you, sir.
But everybody know me as Bruh Man from the Fifth Flow.
Yeah. But yeah, with that being said, and I'm always curious to hear because I always heard I
can't see you.
Yeah, my logo, my camera's not working, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, anyway, I'm curious to know because I've heard others tell the story of being, say, typecast or something. Like I've heard Mel Brooks tell the story and a few others talking to talent. So, being that you are known as that for that one role, is that good, bad, indifferent? What's that from your perspective?
Well, the cool thing about it is, man, we only did 12 episodes of Martin, and I've done ER, NCIS, Bones, Caroline in the City, so many other shows, man, that so I wasn't typecast because I've done so many dramatics roles and other comedy shows and plays on the road doing comedy. So I've done a whole lot, man, since the Martin, and I've done a whole lot before Martin. So, it worked out for me. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, but what I was getting at is that, and I know you did ER and everything else, the theater, which there was a student film while you were in school too, from what I read. But, when people say your name, it's like, oh, he was, that kind of thing. So,
well, yeah, when they say Bruh Man, but Reginald Ballard, no, because they know unless you watch the credits, they know the Bruh Man character. It's funny because before this, I did another character called Tyrell on the show called True Colors on Fox. That was way before Martin. And I went to Disneyland. I think it was Magic Mountain. And they were calling me Tyrell in the street. Hey, that's Tyrell. That's Tyrell. So, and then right after that, when Martin came along, it was Bruh Man. So, I think it's been a cool thing for me because it's not to the point that, like say for instance, you have like black filmmakers. Black filmmakers, they probably know me as Bruh Man, and maybe that may say, well, that's Bruh Man, So. But the white filmmakers and producers and stuff, they don't know the Bruh Man thing, so it's almost like a double-edged sword with me. So it's cool because, like I say, I've done so many other things since the Martin show. So I don't think it's been it's a stereo typecast type character.
Right on. And well, before we continue, and folks, let us know in the chat, and I will bring you up if you have questions for Reginald. But I just wanted to bring up in the chat for you, Reginald. I actually put 2 pictures of the pin flag if you want to check that out. Yeah, just because I mentioned it. But Edward, you said you had a question, sir. So come on up.
Yeah, I actually got two questions. It's funny talking about your other work because I seen you. There was a time in the '90s, man. I saw you like on everything.
Yeah.
Menace to Society,
Right. Yeah.
Class Act with that Kid and Play movie.
Right. Yeah.
Underrated classic, of course, and
Right.
Different World. Like you were just showing up on everything.
Wow. You know,
But yeah,
different world. That's funny. I
dude,
was
that show,
knocked
man.
out with
Dude, I was obsessed with that show, man. But
really.
but yeah, man. But of course, Martin. That was game
Right.
changing. But
Mhm.
I gotta ask. So my first question, how like was that character something that you conjured up? Was it something like how similar are you to that character in real life? I kind of got a kick out of seeing you eating food here while we were getting started, and I was he's a character
Right.
making a sandwich over
And
here.
it's funny that you asked that, man, because when I went in audition, I did it straight up, right? And then Eileen Knight, she's the casting director, man, and she was like, can you do something different? So I went back to my roots, man. I went back to Texas. Texas, the way we talk in Texas is different. Like people might say, hey man, if it don't get done today, it'll get done tomorrow. That's Texas. I mean, that's regular. Texas, we like, yo, man, if it don't get done today, it'll get done tomorrow. And that's what
I'm from Texas, so I know exactly what
so
you
you
mean.
know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
these are my
So that's
people,
I think that's a little Texas flavor, a little Texas man, and they loved Martin was like, yo, man, they came in here they was Hollywood, but you put the right in it, man. And I like that flavor. And he was like, cool as I came up.
Yeah,
Right
that's
on.
awesome. So
And I was
my second
actually gonna,
question.
sorry, Edward, I was actually
yeah.
gonna throw you under the bus and say you were from Texas, but go ahead with your next question.
Under the bus. I'm proud of that, man. But
That's
my
right.
second question, man.
Yes, sir.
What the hell was Tommy's job, man? What did he do?
Man, Tommy's
You got the
job
inside
was
track. I know you know.
making us laugh, man. That's Tommy's job, was making us laugh.
All right, my wife's up here, man. We both love that show. So. All right.
Oh, thanks, man. What part of Texas you from, man?
Dallas.
Yeah, I went to SMU, man.
Oh, so did I. Dude. Yeah, I met my wife there, man. So we both
Oh,
we're
you
all
serious?
out here. That's nice.
Wow, man. I was there when we got the death penalty, dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we were
Oh man.
still trying to recover from that, dude.
Yeah, man. I was there, man. I was right in the middle of it, man. You'll see me on that 30 for 30 on ESPN.
Oh, okay. Were you on the football team? Were you on the football team at the time? Oh, okay. Yeah, my old roommate, was on the football team, so I used to work out with them, man. It was pretty cool.
At that time,
anyway.
What was he on the football team at that time in '87? Was he on the football team at that time in '87?
Oh no! This was in the '90s. Yeah. When I went to school, there was like in the '90s. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool,
anyway,
man.
Let you off the hook, but that's cool. I didn't know you were
them things, then, baby.
Yeah, pony up. All right.
Sure.
Hey, Edward, stay queued up because I was going to get into that with Reginald as well. And being from Texas, but also playing 3 out of 4 years of school down there before he transferred. And you always hear the stories of Friday Night Lights and Texas when football, but being you lived it, what is that like? That the football life in the state of Texas?
Hey man, in the state of Texas, football is religion. It's like if you are a blue chip athlete, I'm not schooling football, and that means you can probably dominate anywhere else in the whole country, because it's so difficult to be a state athlete in Texas because it's like an abundance, man. We have like water, man. It just pours out every single year. You have records broken. Your records don't last long in Texas, man. It don't last long. I mean, the next year somebody coming behind you, you might be you look back, an 8th grader, man, is almost doing exactly what you was a senior in high school. So that's just how much talent there are there is in Texas, man.
Right on. And I'm curious to know, because like you said, and most people who know you've done so much TV, movies, theater. Is there a particular medium you like performing best?
Yes, man. I love theater, man. Because it's something that you could really, it's something that you be, it's like a tunnel vision. There's no room for mistakes. But if you just, you depend on your other actors to catch you. It's like that little path, when you stand up and you fall back, and the person you trust that person will catch you before you hit the floor. So it's an adrenaline type you love, man, one in front of a live audience. And TV, is almost like that, because you have a live audience, but if you mess up, they still could say, all right, cut and do it again. But that's the closest thing, because movies is totally different. Movies don't really have an audience. The audience is the key grips and the lighting guys and the makeup artists and the wardrobe people. That's the audience. But I would say theater, TV second.
Well, and it's funny that you mention that with the grips and the light guys and the guys behind the scenes when it comes to movies. And having done what I do for 10 years now and talking to actors and every musicians and stuff, but mostly with the actors, they say most of them have said, if we can crack the lighting guys up or the riggers or the camera guys or, the production people, because, they see
Right.
so much.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I've heard many have told me, they said, hey, if we can crack some of these people up who do this day in, day out, we must be on to something. Have you ever come across that?
And that's another good question, man, because on Thursdays, we had the show. On Thursdays, camera guys come in, so we doing the camera block. And, all the grips and lighting people there. And, when Bruh Man came through and I did my thing, they used to laugh, man. And I used to like, wow, that was cool. Because like you say, these dudes, they've been around. Some of these cats been around since Sanford and Son back in the day when I was working, and they would laugh, man. And, I thought I was on to something. Wow, this cool. I used to love when Thursdays come because I used to monitor the, the grips and the camera people to see if it's funny enough to when I do it tomorrow, that Friday. So yeah.
Well, speaking of funny and ha-has and such, I know you have participated in stand-up, but also being that you have done that and you worked on series with guys like Martin Lawrence, and I like Martin Lawrence, but if I'm going for the straight comedian out of the guys that I know you've worked with, I'm going to lean towards Bernie Mac. So did you feel you needed to have a certain gravitas working with guys who were real funny as hell guys, especially Bernie, because I was a Bernie mark, and Bernie, from what you could see as a fan watching, he wasn't afraid to tell you go fly a kite or anything else. And but with that being said, Bernie was what you saw, what you heard is what you got. He was straightforward from his perspective.
Yeah. Well, he was the go tell you what to do guy on camera. Martin was to go tell you what to do guy in your face. So it's a big difference. Bernie was like off camera, man. Bernie was, one of the coolest dudes you could ever meet, man. And off camera, Martin was kind of laid back, kind of quiet guy. But at the same time, he had a side that, he was perfectionist and he wanted it done when he wanted it done. And he'll let you know that. Bernie was just sit back and like, let everybody take care of their own job. Martin, I think, wore a lot of hats. I mean, he did a lot of characters on the show, and it was, he wanted things to be the way he wanted it to be. And for me to work for those, I learned so much. I always have my master's degree on Martin and my PhD on Bernie, because of the similar. I mean, both of them were great at improvisation. Both of them were great at comic timing. It was like working with some, a master artist, man. I mean, they knew what they were doing, and they were, you know, very confident in what they did, and they did what they did very well. And for me to work with them, I just learned so much from them, man. I mean, the timing, and I already had the, you know, the theater background for as stage movement and its practices, because when I did Bruh Man, I didn't have many lines, but you know, coming out of college, you know, theater, stage movement, and how to make my body funny, how to make my expressions funny, how to make the head nod funny, how to make the four finger saying fifth flow funny, and walk and all that stuff. So, you know, I already had that, but then, you know, just the comic beats I learned from them.
Right on. And I love that saying that you got your master's, then your PhD. As
Yeah.
far as the
Exactly.
I love when people go to, and it's so true when you deal with certain talents that
Right, right.
you walk away and you go, wow, did I pick up stuff, whatever it may be. But I
Exactly.
referenced in the introduction about the picking up a little acting at school, and
Mhm.
you transferred over to, because we know everything on the internet is true, over to University of Missouri, continued football, picked up some acting, and there was a
Right,
project you appeared at, from what I read, a soldier story. So what
right.
exactly is that project? I'm curious to know.
Well, it's charged a soldier's play, but Denzel and them, they did it on a movie version. It was called A Soldier Story. Um, you know, World War II, sergeant had in command of a black troop, baseball, and he was one of those guys that was real hard on his that he commanded, it was because he did, it was just the character I played was CJ Memphis. CJ Memphis was a backwater, you know, country boy that was real nice guy, and Sergeant Waters thought that, you know, I was bringing the race down by a beat, and you know, but you know, I was the strongest one on the team, the fastest one on the team, the best one on the team. Always some kind, you know, the down home spirituals and backwater stuff. And Sergeant wasn't like that because he thought that was showboat and shucking and jiving around the white officers and the, you know, the white military men. So it was those type of plays, man. It was a real pilot. Matter of fact, I think they've done it again on Broadway recently.
Yeah, it's an interesting story, that particular project,
Yeah,
and in the different forms, and
yeah,
dives deep into certain topics. But
exactly. And I had to play the guitar. I had to sing. That was a cool role for me, man.
you had to be a jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal, huh?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know,
I
but
play a basic line on the guitar, but I couldn't do the riff. So they had a little white guy in the back. He was cold blooded. He doing the riffs and all that, you know. So, but I minded real well. Me really doing it. So, you know, but I
I-
did the basic line. I learned that real weird.
but
I learned how to. I think I probably still know how to do
but that's
that.
one of those, you go, hey, dude in the back, thank you for making me look good, and keep
Exactly.
on stepping.
Exactly. That's
Thank you for
right.
the assist, and keep on stepping. But
Exactly. Just don't let them see your face.
yeah, exactly. Fake it till you make it. But
Take it
the,
to you,
the
baby.
one serious thing I did see, and again, tongue in cheek, everything on the internet's true, but I didn't get a chance to do a deep dive on it to confirm it. But the story I read was you actually got a kidney from your wife. So
Yeah, man.
what
Mhm.
happened with that, and how are you doing?
Well, I'm now, man, but found out that I needed a kidney. And, you know, so matter of fact, right now I'm a part of the face of the Texas Kidney Foundation, and what it was, my wife was a perfect match. You know, I've been married to my wife 34 years, been knowing her since the 8th grade, man. And we both from Galveston, and so she's a perfect match for me. And so she donated her kidney, but the thing was that her kidney was small because she's smaller than the all the blood and everything was a perfect. But the only thing, like I say, she was smaller, so did a swap. So a swap is like it's changed. So they found their kidney that matched me and gave her kidney to somebody that matched them, and it was like a four. So her kidney got donated to a guy in California. My kidney, I got my kidney from somebody from I think North Carolina, and somebody from got the kidney that the girl was donating from North Carolina from someone else. And that's how, people don't understand now that that's what you necessarily have a perfect match in order to get a kidney. You just have to have something to owner a swap and exchange program. So they'll find somebody to match you so you don't have to be on dialysis for like years and years. And so I was just on dialysis for like 8 months. Some people go like 18, 19 years, man. So it worked out real well for us, and I'm doing fine now, and keeping it moving, man. It's talking about it, and yeah, it's out there now. So matter of
Well,
fact, when you go to some hospitals, they're gonna have our story on the TVs, at the hospitals dealing with kidney. I got it from Keck, out of California. So the hospitals, I think see will have our story on the television in the lobby waiting rooms.
well, with that being said, were you guys, or in your particular case, was it a genetic thing? Did you have an injury? What happened there?
No. It was my family have a history of diabetes,
Okay.
and I think that caused my situation. My grandmother diabetes, and out of everybody else in the family, I'm the only one that caught it from her. I tell people, like people leave inheritance of money and houses and cars, so they're like people. We leave diabetes, heart disease, and blood pressure. So,
Oh,
so
man.
that's what I got. I got the diabetes, man.
Thanks there, Grandma.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Grandma. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Yeah. But all kidding aside, I'm glad you're doing well. And if you could, I know we're doing this for Children's Hospital of LA, but you mentioned you are a face of an organization in Texas for that. So you want to give them a plug as well, because they deserve love too.
Who that?
I'm saying they deserve. Who's the organization you work?
Oh yeah, it is. The Texas Kidney Foundation. Yeah,
So,
it's based in San Antonio. And I've been doing some work film. We go to the Children's Hospital. In fact, when I was down there, I think months ago, we went talked to some of the kids and that was on dialysis, and oh man, it was those kids, you if you them, but they were so beautiful, man. I mean, they unforgettable, man, and it's hold back. Sometimes I was up there, I was trying to hold back, from just letting go, breaking and crying, but they lift your spirits up so high that they don't them they like, hey, they fight us, man.
yeah.
And I just went in and tried to give them some encouragement, know that I wasn't sitting in the same chair that they were sitting in. So,
And I think it's only right to mention this as well, that you say that. And yesterday, or was it? No, I'm sorry, Friday to start day 2, we were talking with Kane Hodder, who is within the same family as far as agent as you. And Kane we were talking to Kane, and thank you, Judy, for everybody, for Reginald and Kane and everybody. Appreciate it. But Kane was telling a similar story because of his background with a burn injury and stuff. And that he always likes to go and talk to kids in burn units and everything else like that, to be able to share a similar story that, hey, we can get through this and all. So it's awesome to hear that you try to go talk to the kids, and hey, guess what? I've been there too. So
yeah.
It's
Yeah, man. That's and it's so important, man, because it was one kid. He had he was autistic, and his mother was, and me and him, man, we had a good conversation. He was talking. He knows so much the Windows processing system, Microsoft. Man, he took me back all the way back to like 1980s and stuff, and 90s about different and the those 4 Windows 5 all the way, and he was in detail because like autistic, once they focus on something, they become real good at it.
Mm-hmm.
We talked and talked again, after we left, man. His mother told us, she said he never talked to anybody. He's never talked to anybody, never smiled. He always upset. And she was amazed, man, that me and him had that conversation, man.
Yeah.
And that made me feel real good, man.
That is a pretty kick-ass story that you had, and it's good to hear those stories that you had a good connection with a kid like that. And
right.
And on a different subject there, I deal with mental health patients often, and I do know exactly what you're saying with autistic folks, and they are, people say what you want, but if like Reginald said there, if they attach to something, whatever it is, be Windows, sports, whatever under the sun, and you can have great conversations with them, and it's cool that, and like to hear positive stories like that.
Right. Yeah, man. Had a good time, man. Had a real good time, man.
And you could see the emotion on your face, that how it really touched you, how that particular experience. But and we appreciate everybody supporting the Children's Hospital. I've been sharing the link if they wish to do so, make a donation. But on a positive note, because I only got you a couple more minutes, two things. Since you came on and you were watching a game of golf this weekend and that's going on, who do you like in particular in the current game of golf?
It's Tiger, man. I'm a Tiger fan. That's the only reason I saw. I remember, man, back in the day, you see golf, man. You thought, you see, man, that's for girls, man. It's not a sport. Now, it's what I ever done in my life, man.
Okay.
And that's why you see people like Jordan, and like if you was a good athlete back in your day and you get a hold to golf will humble you, man. Golf will make you think, will make you realize that you thought that you were coordinated, you were athletic, you thought that you were the best elite on the planet, and then you go to golf, all that stuff come crumbling down, and you chasing it and you chasing it. That's why I see like people like Jordan, Barkley, all those great athletes, this game, because this game is the only sport that probably broke them down to make them look like they're not really athletes.
Yeah. And with that being said, I would never want to be on a golf course with Barkley or Jordan, because and the only reason I say that is, and I mean it respectfully, they will take whatever money's in my pocket.
Exactly.
those two will want to bet every hole, and it's not about the money, but they will take, if I have $5 in my pocket, Michael is gonna bet me and take my $5
all day. All day.
And I say that exactly. He's gonna try to get that $5 out of my pocket, and I mean that with all love and respect. And
that's right. How can you? Right. And we'll brag about it.
Yeah,
we'll brag about it.
Yeah, exactly. And
I took his last fight out.
Yeah, but you know what? It's that competitive nature.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And I'm not going to fault him for that.
That's right. And that's why they competitive with this game, because this game will make you, if you're not competitive, if you don't have a competitive in your body, you will not last in golf. You will not like it. You will not like it. But if you're you would love it, because it old and old men out there hitting the down the middle and, you know, making pars, and you like, man, I know I'm better than this old lady, but you can't beat the old lady. Because it's not about brute strength. You know, we think everything is power and strength, but golf is not that, man. Golf is totally opposite of what you think. Hitting the ball hard is that's not it. Hitting you know, under the ball to try to make it go up. No, you got to hit down on the ball to make it go up. So it's totally different than what you think. Totally opposite.
And before I wrap, I'll put it this way: when it comes to the game of golf, yes, people reference Caddyshack, but I will reference the great line of, Caddyshack's my favorite movie of all time.
Yes.
But I will reference the great line from a guy that everybody knows and I would think loves, Carl Weathers, and that it's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips, baby. That's right. Once you hit towards the target, you can't go wrong.
It's all in the hips, baby. And yes, unfortunately, I have both of my hands on like Carl's character in Happy Gilmore, but that's a whole nother kit and caboodle. Right.
That was scene in that movie to me, man. When he fell out that window, dude. We seen that. Man, I laughed so hard at that part, man. I didn't know. I know Carl Weathers had that comedy bone in him like that, man.
No, I'm so used to him as Apollo Creed and everything else to see that comedy.
Fortune Dane and, you know, Action Jackson. And then he come with this, man. That was funny, man.
Oh man, that was such a great role for him. But
I fast forward to that part every time I see the movie. When it comes on, I fast forward.
Hey, I got you a present. Oh, and you see the tiger head, and out the window he go. And,
man, that was crazy. Man.
Oh boy! But if people want to follow you on social media and such, where can they find you?
Well, it's Bruhman_ Fifth Flow on Instagram and TikTok, and Reginald Ballard on my Facebook.
Well, sir, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, sir.
Man. Thank you. And I would encourage people to donate, you know, to Children's Hospital. You know, I donate them, and I also donate to St. Jude. I mean, I love kids, believe in kids, man. And, you know, I like seeing kids outside having fun. You know, I remember I was in the hospital when I was a kid. I was, you know, a whole week wasn't fun. We had fun, you know, going with the wheelchairs and playing, but I like seeing kids outside playing and having fun, man. So yeah, that's something, you know, close to me, man.
And he made like kids, and I don't know his, and that's awesome. And I don't know his personal story. He just don't like his own. Now, if he has any.
I do. I got kids.
So
they grown like, now, man.
Yeah.
You like all kids want to choke your own for some reason.
Exactly. Right. Oh man, I know I'm gonna get emails and texts about that, but that's all good. But Reginald, all seriousness, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good rest of your day.
All right, you too. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Bye. Take care.